One thing I learned from saving my own life and working with thousands of people for over 35 years to heal their bodies and their brains is that the gut is the source of everything. It's where disease starts, it's where healing begins. So today I want to give you 3 keys to digestive health so that your healing journey begins now. The first place that I always start with my clients is to recommend taking digestive enzymes with every meal. Research shows us that, especially those of us over 40, we are not making digestive enzymes at all. And what that means is our food is sitting in our stomachs and rotting, so we get acid reflux, that it's not moving through our bodies and we're not getting our nutrition. It leads to constipation. It can lead to gas, bloating, low energy, fatigue, even depression. So those digestive enzymes are really important. And I developed a product called Enzyme Energy, and it's made of hydrochloric acid, which is the key to digesting protein. And we need protein to elevate our mood and to keep our energy up, and of course to build muscle. Protein is key, and without that hydrochloric acid, which is made in our stomach, we're just not going to digest it at all. So I recommend people taking a digestive enzyme at every meal as a place to start for healing their gut. And then the next thing is to make sure that things are moving through us so that we're having a bowel movement at least once a day, preferably twice. I have clients who tell me that they're having a bowel movement once a week, and even ones that where their doctor said that's normal. There is nothing normal about having a bowel movement once a week. That just deflates our energy, crashes our mood, and makes us feel cranky. For those of you who have kids, you know what they're like if they haven't gone to the bathroom, if they get constipated. Their faces just, become red and they feel terrible. Well, that's how we all feel when we're filled with toxins. So I have a product called the Happy Gut Cleanse, and we want you to have a happy gut. Our colons have 5 to 25 pounds of waste in them. Our colon is our last 6 feet of our large intestine, and it can hold not just 25 pounds, it can hold 40 pounds. The crazy thing is that I see even my thin clients having pounds and pounds of waste in their colons, and that just takes away your energy, and it's hard on your immune system, and it makes us very susceptible to illness and disease. It's hard on our immune system. We're very sensitive to allergies, but it really gets our mood because, after all, serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter that is responsible for us feeling happy, is made in our gut, not in our brain. So that's why cleansing our colon is such a key to digestive health. And I created a product, the Happy Gut Cleanse, that is not a laxative because we don't want you taking laxatives. Laxatives are made from irritating herbs or medicines. And the way they work is they irritate the colon, then you go to the bathroom. But irritation causes inflammation. And that's exactly what we don't want. We want to reduce inflammation in your body because inflammation is the source of disease. And it's where chronic pain, in fact, where all pain comes from. So the Happy Gut Cleanse, all of the herbs in it are very soothing. They're all very natural. You can take it on a daily basis, and they gently encourage motility in your gut so that you begin to really fully evacuate and to use the bathroom every day. You're just going to feel such a change in your energy when that happens. And for those of you who have issues and you kind of don't know where to start, the Happy Gut Cleanse can just be a lifesaver. The amount of testimonials I have gotten from people who feel so much better from using the Happy Gut Cleanse it just makes my day. And I'm excited to be able to offer you something that's really going to make a change in your energy and in your level of toxicity, and something that you can just do by yourself. The next thing that I'm going to tell you about digestive health is something called food combining. And that's the understanding that certain foods do not digest together and other foods go very well together, just like people that are compatible and incompatible. And what we want is for your foods to be eaten in a way that's just compatible for your energy. The short form for talking about food combinations is proteins with carbohydrates, no. Proteins with fats, no. Carbohydrates with fats, yes. Carbohydrates with non-starchy vegetables, yes. Proteins with non-starchy vegetables, yes. And fruits all by themselves. And then there's foods that are miscombinations but often eaten together, like rice and beans, which make up a complete protein. And when they're eaten together like that, they qualify as a complete protein and they're on the protein side. Proteins and carbohydrates do not digest together. And that is probably most of the foods that we've all grown up to eating. Almost every ethnic food is a miscombination of a protein and a carbohydrate. A sandwich, for instance, is bread, and whether it's turkey or chicken or tuna, unless it's avocado, it's a miscombination. What that's going to do is it's going to make us gassy, bloated. We're going to gain weight. It's going to stop our metabolism. It's going to crash our mood. We're going to get that 3 p.m. crash where sometimes you want to grab that cup of coffee just to keep that energy moving. Well, that's from often having a lunch that was just not combined correctly. So the key is proteins and carbohydrates do not combine correctly. But proteins do go very well with non-starchy vegetables like the greens and salads and squashes and all the non-starchy vegetables. You can eat those with your proteins. And you can also eat all of those with your carbohydrates. But we don't want to put the proteins and the carbohydrates together. You can have them. You can absolutely eat proteins. You can absolutely eat carbohydrates. It's just a matter of separating them. So for instance, if you want to have for dinner, have a salad, vegetables, and a piece of fish or chicken or beans and rice, then you want to have that starchy food at another time. So you want to have that sweet potato with your vegetables at a different point in the day or the afternoon. Just separate the proteins and the carbs, and not only are you going to lose weight and flatten your tummy and lose that bloat, but your energy will soar. And where do fats go? Okay, so fats digest with carbohydrates. They don't digest well with proteins. And fruits really digest all by themselves. So most of us have thought we were doing a really good thing for ourselves by having fruit at the end of our meals as a dessert instead of a sugary, high-carb dessert. But what happens is because fruits digest so quickly, they start to take all our other food right on through the digestive tract. And what happens? We get gassy and bloated. And then that's what stops our metabolism and leads to weight gain. I've had clients who didn't really change their diet that much. They just started food combining, and they instantly started to lose weight, and they really boosted their energy. So the keys to food combining are very simple. And once you start practicing them, like anything else, it just becomes easier and easier and easier. And especially when you notice the difference in your energy. So what I want to share with you today are those 3 keys to digestive health, which is to take your food enzymes with each meal. This is the Enzyme Energy. And with my courses, you actually receive 6 of my products, and these are 2 of them, the Enzyme Energy and the Happy Gut Cleanse, to get that colon moving, to get your tummy flat, to get rid of that gas and bloat, and to start to have regular bowel movements. And then that 3rd piece for digestive bliss is to food combine. Even if you just start food combining 1 meal a day, for instance, in the morning, instead of having eggs with toast, just have eggs with tomato slices, or on the carb side, oatmeal. And don't put your fruit on top of the oatmeal because, after all, remember, fruit is to be eaten all by itself. There's lots of more information about all of these things in my courses, and it's exciting because we have an opportunity to really talk about them, to coach you through the change, because it doesn't come overnight, but it does come day by day by day. Your health returns to you, your vitality returns, and you get to do what you've been put on this earth to do.